Ivanka Trump's return to the Big Apple on Wednesday was a brief one, with the first daughter spotted in Washington, D.C. early Thursday morning leaving her plush rented home. The 35-year-old mother of three sat in the back seat talking on her phone as she and two Secret Service agents drove to the Mayflower Hotel. Once there, Ivanka attended a roundtable discussion with Latina small business owners organized by the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. In a photo from the event released by the USHCC, a beaming and animated Ivanka can be seen talking to the table of 13 Latinas. She later retweeted that photo on her own Twitter account, which read, USHCC was delighted to host at Ivanka Trump for a roundtable discussion with Hispanic women biz owners today in Washington. One of the women in attendance, Lily Gilvaletta, excitedly shared details about the inspiring meeting on Facebook later in the day, saying it was an honor to be at the table. This is a historic first, making it her first meeting with Latinx entrepreneurs, wrote Valletta, who is the co-founder of the marketing and strategy agency XL Alliance. We talked about our businesses, the challenges we face as women, and left the door open to jointly collaborate to advance opportunities for all women. The fun did not end there either for Valletta, who immigrated to the U.S. from Colombia as a teenager, who later shared a video of herself bowling in the White House with Jennifer Korn. Korn was recently appointed a special assistant to President Trump and deputy director for the Office of Public Liaison. Also at the table and weighing in was Angelica Garcia Davila, the CEO and owner of AIM family of companies. She was a bit short with her commentary however, saying, "Blessed, we'll share more later. Lots going on here." There was also one man at the table with Ivanka and the other women, Javier Palomares, who can be seen sitting directly across from the first daughter. Palomares is the president and CEO of the USHCC, and earlier this year accepted a position as an informal advisor to the Trump administration. It was a shocking appointment given that Palomares was one of President Trump's biggest adversaries throughout his campaign, referring to him as a buffoon and declaring him unfit to be in office. He also played a big part in the USHCC decision to back Governor John Kasich of Ohio in the Republican primary and later Hillary Clinton in the general election. Those wounds seem to have healed between the two men, and after the roundtable Palomares released a statement raving about the guest of honor that day. Throughout our ongoing conversations, Ivanka has made it apparent that she cares about empowering American women, particularly those in the entrepreneurial community, said Palomares. I was happy to convene a group of Hispanic women small business owners and provide the opportunity for a substantive dialogue on a range of issues. We discussed the challenges and notable advances Latinas are making by growing their enterprises and driving job creation in diverse sectors and communities nationwide. He then closed out by stating, "We were delighted by her strong command of the issues facing women in small business, and her willingness to engage firsthand with the most dynamic sector of our business community." The USHCC has been hosting their annual legislative summit all this week in the nation's capital, which featured appearances from White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus, Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross, Energy Secretary Rick Perry and Senator Ted Cruz to name just a few. Her commitment to attend the early morning roundtable explains why Ivanka left New York City immediately after attending opening night of the new Broadway musical Come From Away with her good friend, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. With husband Jared Kushner on Donald duty down in Nashville, Ivanka was free to enjoy an evening with the global leader. She was caught casting a dreamy look while the two attended a women in business discussion at the White House. Prime Minister Trudeau was also accompanied by his wife Sophie Gregor, while Ivanka brought along U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Nikki Haley, who came with her husband Michael and son Alan. The play tells the true story of the 6,579 airline passengers who in the wake of the 9/11 terror attacks wound up in Gander, Newfoundland when the U.S. closed off all airspace over the country, forcing 38 flights to land at the seldom-used airfield. Soon after, residents of the town opened their doors to those left stranded, giving them places to eat and sleep until they could return to the United States. One of the central characters in the play is a Muslim, who at one point is strip-searched and spends much of the action arousing unwarranted suspicion in some of the other characters before finding acceptance. That Muslim character's story played out for the audience just a few hours after a judge in Hawaii blocked President Trump's revised travel ban, which would have gone into effect at midnight. The Daily Mail helped contribute to this report. Its news exposed signing off